The nuclear sub is a tower that defies camera Bloons and damages them in an area. Being a water tower, it can provide insane ability cooldown buffs to nearby water towers whilst having a special Bloontonium dart attack at the unsubmerged mode for some devastation. And it can even allow you to have infinite first strikes with several nuclear subs nearby, which is a crazy tech to be reckoned with. So we are gonna showcase this insane upgrade path to see how good it truly is in special tiers mod. So let the video commence. Alright, we're in, and our primary showcase is to use the monkey subs left path and utilize the benefits it has for us. Do I even need to explain the first 4 tiers? Luckily in special tiers, the Bloontonium reactor's attack has been slightly reworked so it properly deals damage over time, which can stack with other reactors like in battles too. Not only is this a great change for the later tiers, but also the main attack as well as the air burst deals 2 layers worth of damage instead of the usual one, making the unsubmerged form more useful especially for Moab class now. Cross-pathing also makes the nuclear pulses tick faster, which also helps out quite a bit considering it has a pierce cap now. Let's look into the submarine's 5th tier, shall we? So we got the Energizer upgrade on the submarine for just 30 grand, which isn't bad. So it makes ability cooldowns much lower outside of the submarine, and even more for water towers, if they're in range of the submarine by around 50%, which sounds crazy to me. We already got it up, and it makes its attacks deal more damage as well, which is an additional benefit I suppose. The nuclear pulses doesn't do much even just against infinite ceramics alone, but it can also destroy the ceramic layers instantly with its pulses. The relatively low DPS will hold the upgrade back as it has a really strong point that's being used much later. Why don't we just set up its strong point right now and show off its full off potential? To achieve this goal, I would just utilize the first strike capability upgrade on the submarine's right path, and getting some energizers nearby the first strike for reduced ability cooldowns, allowing for some crazy synergy with just the submarine in specific. Honestly, it sounds like a really broken meta strategy, but it sure helps with the amount of first strike spam we can dish out easily with the amount of energizer stacks on it. The first strike cooldown is around like 10 seconds, which isn't the quickest, but surely we can stack it up and destroy the oh my god much faster as expected. The Energizer stacks aren't enough to secure a free defend on round 43, but surely we can make this even better through its final upgrade, best known as a tier 6. Here's its penultimate upgrade, the Super Energizer. This is also known as the Nautic Energizer or reactor at this point of view. For 90 grand all it does is make its attacks much stronger. Not just that, as well as the additional nuclear dart attack, but it can also apply another Energizer stack for even better ability cooldowns. This might easily benefit our first strike spam to the most extent, as we need the speed for the furious, if I'm talking about such a reference. We should honestly test out the unsubmerged form on the Super Energizer, as it might have some solid DPS with the nuclear burst. The submerged form is where we can apply the ability cooldown reductions onto our first strike, which still has a really strong point there. All we do is upgrade our existing Energizers into Super Energizers to create an infinite ability loop whenever we can get to it. I might adjust the setup as it might not cycle to the first strikes every half a second or less, so we are still using the round 43s oh my god as a test subject to see if the Energizer stacks were sufficiently capable of defending. It was close, but it just needs more stacks to do the wonders for us. Doing such a setup like this is really expensive, especially for a non-bonanza match, so other towers might outpace it before it's even set in stone due to the Super Energizer's incredibly low DPS at submerged form. It does defend this time around, but it sure needs some fine tuning to be really strong. So let's skip right ahead in time for the best parts. So now the setup is much better as we managed to fit more Energizers nearby, amplifying the first strike to nearly 100 milliseconds worth of cooldown, which is insanely overpowered. Even though it looks so powerful, it just lets the ceramics leak past, because the Moabs push too far for the Super Energizers to really vaporize the ceramics in time. And it's also a good test for the unsubmerged form as we didn't show off its potential much. How does it perform against the ceramic clutter? Sadly, the unsubmerged form gets pierce capped so easily alone, so the submerged form would have been better for cleaning up anyways. Let's send the almighty boss blue. And luckily the first strike has the 6th tier path, which makes the ability much more powerful and dangerous. Oh my goodness. The boss Bloon got absolutely annihilated with ease. We did struggle against the insides a little bit, but that's due to not having enough ceramic cleanup at the back. Whatever this strategy we're using seems very illegal. Infinite 6th tier first strikes are one of the most broken things we've ever seen in a while. Even just the 4th tier first strikes are broken with this technique. The submarine seems very versatile in this mod, unlike the other towers such as the Super Monkey and Scrappy the Turret, though the latter is much stronger and is one of the best towers in the entire game. We are gonna send the round 60 boss alone as this strategy is absolutely busted overpowered. The previous showcase was fairly underwhelming with the hybrid terror, but now infinite carnage with the Nautic Energizer. It was so incredibly free, but that should be it for this tower showcase. Definitely one of the better tier 6 upgrades in the entire mod, mainly because of the tech, where you can spam unlimited first strikes and cause havoc and destruction on your side, defending pretty much infinite oh my gods with ease. If you like this video, consider subscribing, liking and turn on notifications bell to support me, and there's never a dull moment to comment your thoughts down in our comments section. Thanks for watching, and before we end this off, make sure to put in my creator code RELOVERUSER inside your BTD6, Battles 2 or BCS shop to greatly appreciate for every in-game purchase you make. And I'll see you vivacious guys in the next video. Adios.